Some of your favorite moto teams are about to be evaporated. Hey everybody, Walty Wanderers, buckle up, strap in. I got a hard-hitting, pull no punches, no sugarcoating, no rainbows, no sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. I got a good one to unpackage today. Buckle up, strap in, hold on your hats and your glasses as we blow the lid off the moto industry. Why, you ask? Well, of course I'm going to tell you, because nobody else will. Financial gain, everybody in somebody else's pocket. And that segues us into today's barn burner topic, my friends. We're going to see some of your favorite teams, the satellite teams, evaporate. It won't surprise me if we see some of the factory teams go along for the ride. You know, it's kind of curious because Suzuki was at risk of full failure. They were at risk of pulling out of the series all together. They didn't have the funding. Their R&D is lacking. And now, courtesy of Kickstart Kenny, they've got a little shot in the arm, but I don't know if it's enough to save it because they're super exposed financially right now. They borrowed money to make this deal happen. So the realities are this, friends. I don't know if anybody remembers, but we just went through a global lockdown of an economy. Well, that's going to reach into the moto industry. How, you ask? Well, of course I'm going to tell you. It's insanity. If you're new, subscribe right away. Never been a more important time in moto history to get centered and surrounded with like-minded people. Iron, sharpening iron. We're going to sharpen some moto iron today, my friends. Let me tell you why. So I've been in the industry, worked in the industry, boots on the ground, long time moto. Dad owned a dealership when I was a kid, raced, went to work in the industry, loved it, love moto, love it. Been in the hospital more than once for motos. I get it. Lined up on the gate, raced moto. I love it. I still ride today. Still go out there and twist some throttle. But what I see now, because I'm forward thinking, critical thinking, and uncovering the elephant in the room of the moto industry. Young people have never lived through booms and busts in the economy, which reaches into all financial sectors. And the moto industry relies on the financial sectors to fund it. And that's why you're now seeing the organization try to block like off-season World Supercross series from coming and getting some of our guys. That's why you're seeing that. Because you see in the stimulus era through lockdowns, when we gave free money out to these companies, the organization, I'm sure, was a recipient of part of that in a big way. Well, now the rug pull is, the punch bowl has been removed. The rug has been pulled on the industry. We're in post-stimulus era. We're in recessionary times. That means you're pulling money out of the industry. And the little teams are the ones that are going to get hit hard. You're going to see these teams because of the stimulus. We've seen some teams, like some satellite teams. What's it like? I don't know. There's just nothing against the team itself. Whether it's Partzilla or some of these smaller teams, even some of the bigger satellite teams, they have more riders. Like, I mean, used to see, when I worked in the industry, maybe they had a rider, like one 450, one 250 guy. That's it. If even that, maybe one rider with an awning and not anymore. They've got a pile of riders in there, and that's going to go away. You're not going to be able to afford this anymore. My guess is by next season, some of the teams that are in the pits now will be, in fact, gone. And I wouldn't be surprised by next season, there's talks, if not sooner, by the end of this year, by the end of the outdoors, by the playoff rounds. We're hearing about companies and teams unable to fund some portion of their effort. We're going to see riders that were drunk on stimulus getting big contract money, maybe even Kickstart Kenny himself, try to negotiate their contracts, and that money is no longer going to be there. Their agents are going to be sweating bullets because they're going to have to go to the rider and say, listen, bro, gosh darn it, I hate to be the one that delivers this news, but this is the best money I could find.
Listen, agent, I got a house payment. I bought my wife. We got a kid. We've got all these payments now. We need the contract we have.
It's not out there anymore, dude. You better get the house on the market. That is, in fact, what's going to happen. Oh, why, you ask? Well, of course I'm going to tell you. Because that's what happened in the last '08 financial crisis, where I happened to be in the industry during that time. I saw it happen firsthand. Even my companies, I was with XXX, Motostar, even our companies suffered from that. We had to get light and efficient. Where can we make money? Everybody tries to hang on. Some of the bigger companies, they're going to lay off personnel, employees. They're going to go to a skeleton crew. Why? They have to protect their bottom line. They have to protect their investor. They got to protect their investors, my friends. So even like our good friends, the Deegans, with their $1 million YouTube channel. They're going to take a hit too. You're going to take a hit, Deegans, on your YouTube channel. How do I know that? You ask. Well, of course I'm going to tell you, because we're already seeing YouTubers take a hit. We're not locked at home with nothing to do but watch rich people anymore. We got to actually go out and work again. We don't have time to consume all this digital content. Well, that's going to take a bite out of the apple. But number two, it gets better or worse, depending on how you're looking at it. Advertisers have less money to advertise with now. They're pulling out. So YouTube ad revenues for your favorite YouTube channels are disappearing too. Views are down and ad revenue and advertiser dollars are down. So that's a symptom. If we're forward thinking, critical thinking, reading between the lines and looking between the moto cracks, are we doing that here? I think so. I know we are. If you're new, subscribe like yesterday. Time to get forward thinking, my bros. We're gonna do some cool stuff moving forward. The first step, getting past the problem and admit there's a problem. That was a big problem, right? I think what we've said here has a little bit, it rings true. Just maybe that Walty guy's right. You know, I wasn't sure if I really liked him. You know, he's an old guy, dude. Whatever, dude. Like, all I can tell you, I've seen this movie before. History always rhymes. It may not repeat verbatim, but it'll rhyme. Booms and busts in the moto industry. We've always had them. It's no longer if there's going to be a bust. It was just win. It's always been win. So we delivered the perfect storm courtesy of a global lockdown. Now we're in a post-stimulus era. It's going to reach in to the industry and start evaporating your favorite teams. So get ready. I don't know who your favorite team is. It's probably a factory. It's probably Jets and Donuts. Jets and you're going to take a haircut in this thing too. So you guys are kids, though. You're going to be resilient. You're going to come right out of this, no problem. It's the grown-ups in the industry, my age, that went and drank the Kool-Aid. The people that are running the organization trying to do this hybrid series because they're on life support, they had to come together. Indoors and outdoors were like cats and dogs. They didn't like each other. They competed with each other. You never seen the same networks carry those two packages. No, well, they are now. Streaming packages, by the way. You got to pay to watch your favorite sport. Now, whatever, it is what it is. But the realities are less people are going to be able to pay to watch that. They're going to wait for YouTubers to. Do you do that? Leave it in the comments below. I did for constantly. I canceled my cable a long time ago. So let's wait for some YouTuber to post the race, right? That's what a lot of us are doing. Is that what you're doing? Leave it in the comments below. I might ask it on the Walty Wanderers community page of the channel. Do you watch it on Peacock or wait for somebody to post it on YouTube? I bet you it's 50-50, and that's a big demo. You can't take a 50% haircut. So that's what the organization's doing now. So this is the front end of an economic downturn for the industry, and it's going to reach into the industry, and a lot of big teams are going to take haircuts. They're going to ask their personnel. It's no more gravy train where you get your own assistant now. Oh, you're the main mechanic. We're going to give you a practice mechanic and an at-home mechanic, and we're going to have a trainer, and we're going to have this guy and that guy and your travel agent. This and that. No! You're going to see a 50% reduction in that as well. Why do you ask? Well, of course, I'm saying it's already started. It's already starting. We're seeing it already happen out there in the pits. If you work in the industry, jump in. Is it all rainbows and sunshine now? Everybody like writing checks and giving bonuses? No. Contracting. So this is what's happening. We're forward thinking, critical thinking. This is what's going to happen now. Economic downturn is knocking at the door. It's going to reach into the moto industry. It's happened before. It will happen again. If you don't believe the biggest artificial asset bubble in world history, courtesy of a lockdown and a health crisis, can usher it in, you got a little bit. You're going to have to wake up and smell the coffee and walk through this one. Then you might be able to come to YouTube and report on it as somebody who's lived through this situation before and sees it now knocking on the door. I've seen this movie. We're about to visit a replay. I'm going to be here to blow the lid off it every step of the way because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media link in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me there. And if you enjoyed this video, I know you're going to love the next video on your screen. And there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Don't go over the bars today. I'll see you on the next video.